Hey everybody, it's Amber here for Tune In Tuesday with Hope, Healing Our Past Experiences. And I just was thinking that as our kiddos are going back to school, or maybe depending on what season your kiddos are in, maybe it's just preschool or high school or even college, or maybe you don't have kids but you are a teacher or somebody who invests into kids. It just got me thinking, because where you've had them maybe for the summer, if your kids go to public school or private school, you feel like they're kind of in a sanctuary with you, right? They're in that safe place. And so as your kids are going back, I want to help you be equipped to have some conversations that maybe you haven't yet had with your kiddos. And so if you're talking to your younger kiddos, saying, is there anybody that makes you feel icky, that, you can always tell me, I will believe you, I trust you, I love you. But if you take it up a notch, and you're getting a little bit bigger, you're going to talk to them about, most definitely, their safe zones. Where is it that people should not be intentionally touching them? Their underwear zones is for sure, but even that inner thigh, whenever somebody wants to put their hand on your thigh and kind of leave it there, that's not a place that just everybody needs to have their hand. And so you actually can be traumatized and fully have, clothes on you. I know people who will say, hey, come sit on my lap. And they do it in front of adults, and the adult will set their hand up on the thigh and kind of rub it up their leg, and nobody says anything. So hear my heart, these are just small conversations that can make big impacts in your life and in your children's lives. And so, keep moving up the age range there. Talking about healthy relationships and boundaries in those healthy relationships. What is it that they're wanting to say for when they're dating? What is it that they're wanting to say for when they're engaged? And what is it that they're wanting to say for when they're married? What is it that they want to give to their spouse on their wedding night as a gift, rather than what is it that you're willing to give? It's a totally different mindset. So if you have and you initiate these conversations with your kiddos prior to even being in those relationships, and if they're in a relationship, just pause and say, hey, can we have a talk? And ask them, do you have a plan? Do you have boundaries in place of what you want to say? What is it that you're wanting to do while you're dating? And what is it that you want to say for you're engaged? So that way we're not just giving the everything to everybody, but knowing that there are levels in relationships. And so you don't want to give everything to somebody who's just going to be a 2-day relationship or a 2-month relationship. You want to give your everything to the person that's going to be in your life for the forever, for the long term. And so, the way that kids learn that is by us teaching them, by us showing them, and by us having these conversations that just sometimes don't come naturally, most definitely, but you can take the initiative. And you know what that's called? That's called confidence. And the confidence is what keeps perpetrators at bay. It's the only thing that a perpetrator fears. And so be a confident mom, be a confident dad, have the discussion that maybe not everybody else is having. And when it comes to, staying over the night at other people's houses, be confident in that. Simply say, I don't know everybody. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Just because we see them at, scouts or church or at school functions doesn't mean that that's who they are behind closed doors. Invite that kid over to your house for dinner or to hang out or to a ball game or something else like that. It's not an absolute no, but just change up the dynamics a little bit and put it in a situation that you can have confidence in overseeing what your child is being exposed to. So until next week, be confident,